But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Welcome back, my unseen friends. Last time, Demon Souls, what we did was fight that old silent monk man. Originally, we were going to try and get to kind of White World Tendency, or hoping we would get to White World Tendency in order to get this key. It's up in that Tower of Latria area. We took care of Yurt, the Silent Chief, who was basically a precursor to Lautrec from Dark Souls 1. Would have started killing people, and we don't want people to die in our area. We're cool like that. So this one's going to be a bit of a weird kind of video, which I'm going to speed through a good chunk of the beginning here. In order to obtain White World Tendency where we're at right now, because we're kind of like almost there, but not quite. We have to have like kind of a glowing eye in the top right. The issue is that once you die a couple times in Demon Souls, it's either you die 3 times and you get a pass, or you kind of win 3 times and you go yay +1, if that makes any sense. Basically, the system is cool, but it doesn't really reward you if you kind of die and then succeed, or succeed and then die. It's kind of like you ultimately fail and then can fix it, or you ultimately succeed and you reap the benefit. So in order to counterbalance the fact that we need to get to pure White World Tendency, we have to get to like almost pure black, or pure dark, which me explaining all this is to lead into the fact that I'm going to jump off of a cliff, I think about 5 times in this area here in the Nexus, in order to shift the color back to dark or back to black, so that I can go find a special little boss that exists in the Tower of Latria. That once I kill this boss, I'll be able to shift the world back into its pure white tendency state that we need in order to get that key, so that we can free the people that are trapped and get what we want, especially Sage Frake, who will give us spells. Now, I'm going to speed through this footage because going up and killing yourself multiple times is not a good game mechanic. In order to have to facilitate things in the game that might lead to more cooler stuff, like characters or items or weapons or things like that. Originally, truthfully, I said that, hey, this idea is neat. However, in the counterbalance to kind of how it's like done number-wise, hold on, let me get a goofy sound effect here of falling down. Old Mephistopheles. The counterweight into what's going on here is just, it does not, for players who like are able to like figure things out, but like maybe die a couple times to do so, they'll go through this game without knowing some of the extent of these things or how to do them. And there's not really a good setup in place that says, hey, we got something for you. You just basically have to kill yourself multiple times to make it right.
Hey guys, editing Eric here. A very rare occurrence. So I was a little confused whenever I was doing this, and I just wanted to kind of explain it for the sake of the game. The idea here is not really what I'm doing that you're seeing on the screen. You're supposed to, as a human, kill yourself once in the Nexus to kind of make yourself be soul form rather than human form. This makes it so that when you do go into worlds and complete bosses, you're only going up towards your pure white world tendency rather than potentially dying in human form and making that kind of counter go negative. Because a pure white world tendency just gives you the best benefit. So in here, I was confused. I thought I had to kill myself multiple times to push the tendency the way it needed to go so that I could fix my world tendency in Upper Latria. But in this case, I would have to kill myself in Upper Latria multiple times in order to create these black phantoms that I have to deal with, or a black phantom that I have to deal with, or this colorless demon that I have to deal with, and it helps push you towards the pure white world tendency. Problem is that I've defeated all the bosses in Upper Latria, and there is nothing I can really do to fix this at this point. And the purpose of this like clip that I'm kind of talking over is that I think this is a bad game mechanic. It doesn't really tell the player, I guess, an efficient way to do this. And if you're playing online, all it really does is ruin your time as well. And you just basically miss out on things unless you kill yourself as a human every time in the Nexus and then do the world in soul form. That there's a reason clearly why they didn't do that in later installments. It had this mechanic had a lot of potential, and you'll hear me kind of confused about it and not really liking it over time. And it's true. Like after I completed the whole game, I was like, well, I don't really like it because of kind of it takes you. It's very unimmersive. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode. I just wanted to clear it up because looking back at the audio that's on here, I was like, I need to kind of clarify what I'm saying. So hopefully that makes sense, and you guys have a great day.
So I'm sure there's some people that might see this and go, "Hey, it's really simple." Maybe it is. Maybe there's something I am failing to comprehend fully, but it's not. The point is that it's not well said to the player, and that's not good design. You can argue it as much as you like. It's not really good design because it's not clear to me what I'm supposed to do. In a video game, you can think, surely, but this is less of that. It's less about thinking. It's more about just being clear if a player wants to do something. I don't, like, there's no way to, like, discover how to do this system. You just kind of, if you don't look it up or try, there's not really a good way to figure it out on your own. Oh, he's beating the crap out of me. Do a good damn show. I don't really know how to solve this, so I think we're just gonna have to just kind of do a run through, possibly die to random rocks that are falling. I'm honestly not gonna be too concerned with what we're doing here and playing it safe, mainly because it sounds like all I really need to do is get to a boss and then fix this. Oh, hello there. But, you know, there's limited bosses, so... I suppose it begs the question, like, what happens when you run out of bosses? Are you just screwed? Let's look that up real quick. Oh, well, I'm looking at my phone, but I got guys coming at me. We'll just casually press L1 with our left hand and defeat them easily. Let's see what the internet has to tell us. Play online. So essentially what I would have to do, other than kind of dealing with bosses, is find more Stone of Ephemeral Eyes and use them and then die in the worlds to reset my progress. Okay, well, it sounds like what we're gonna have to do, and this video probably has been heavily edited, is just kind of go through the game. So if that's the case, let me just go through the game. I think what we'll do as well here is we don't necessarily have to do this level. Oh, we're gonna die. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. We kind of want to die anyway. We lost those other souls that I jumped down and forgot about, but that's alright. Not a big deal. Okay, cool. Well, with that in mind, with it in mind, I sometimes press the Elden Ring controls. With that in mind, truthfully, I'll kind of mix some footage together, but the way that you have to kind of go into areas and kind of get the most out of it, it seemed like it was kind of set up to complement the online system. For people invading you and killing you and succeeding, because that would also shift your world tendency as well.
Hello again.
We're more so doing things offline. I have no intention of playing online. Let's see here. Just put some of these away. Mainly because I think online in Souls games is bad. I don't remember if I've covered this or not yet. I've said it a lot to people that I know. Invasions in Souls games should be optional. It is an incredibly flawed setup for people who want to engage in a cooperative experience whenever you are playing a very interesting dark fantasy style game that you can play with your friends. You should appeal as a developer to all types of players. The people that want to play alone, the people that want to play with their friends, the people that want to play against others, and people who want to do kind of a little bit of everything. The sooner that like From Software and Miyazaki's team kind of figure that out, I think the better it will be. Personally, there's a lot of people that have a divided opinion about that. It's probably one of the most controversial things in the Souls-like series, because some people just want to have fun, and other people's level of fun is making other people feel bad. And there will be people who just get on at night and ruin other people's nights, and that's their whole level of fun. And they design game elements around these things that are... they force you to have to do things in every single one. And I think that that's pretty stupid, but take it as you will. Little bit of a rant there. I know there's going to be a lot of people that see that may disagree with it, and that's fine. My opinion, it's flawed. You should just figure out how to make everybody happy, because it's a product at the end of the day and an experience. Everybody has fun in a different way. You should just try and appeal to your consumer and the person who's experiencing your game in every method possible. Sure, there's times that take to develop things, but whatever. But we'll try and essentially patchwork our world tendencies later in the game. For now, we're going to have to start with the Shrine of Storms, which I didn't read the entry to this place, but I'll do it eventually here because I'm sure I'll die. I do remember that this place here I really liked quite a bit, because you can see... I don't know if I can see him. Where was he? The Flying Stingray Man. This is one of my favorite kind of areas, is the whole storm area with the Storm King and all that stuff, even though it's very dangerous and has like a lot of difficult things in it. I just like it, the whole idea of, well, obviously not Rolly McRolly-Doo here coming at me. This is like the most, besides World 1, in Boletaria, this area just feels like very, I don't know, just very dark fantasy-esque. Like, stuff has gone wrong. Things are eerie and quiet. I mean, it's like that all the time, but it has like the ruins of architecture and things like that. Again, similar to World 1. Look at these roly guys. And there are some difficult bosses, but this is also where we'll eventually meet our good old Storm King guy, who is one of my favorite dudes. mainly because I clocked him really easily, beat the crap out of him, and the first time I played the Demon Souls remake, which was pretty cool. He's very weak to magic, and it's very fun. Very memorable situation for me. But yeah, getting back to it, this one of the reasons I like this just whole part here is it just, I don't know, at least in the beginning here, other than these guys who they are threatening in their own way. Nobody likes rolly skeletons. This place just looks cool. The color looks cool. It's like dreary and dreary. You have like these very dark undertones that lend kind of a feeling of dark fantasy, which is like a lot of what this is. So, like ruined kingdoms and buildings, and oh shit, I'm dead. I thought that they might hit the wall or something, or the tree, but nope, that was wrong. We're gonna take a yogurt raisin for that one to make us feel better. So by this point, the player is experienced. If they're just going through the worlds for the most part, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, which is what I'm kind of trying to do. Not that that's the intended way to do it. By this point, your builds are, mid-range. You are fairly strong and capable. You have at least some sort of shape of what you're trying to do. I've already been through the worst of it for me, except for this guy. He's making me feel like I'm bad. The worst of it for me with our magic build that we have here, and I'm going to conserve our healing items, so we're just going to try and tough it out. The area we were in previously, the Tower of Latria, is the hardest place for magic, I'm almost positive. Damn, that roly guy. This is going to be rough. These roly dudes, it's like they took it a step further in Dark Souls when they made the wheel skeletons who just roll up on you and kill you. There's going to be a lot of death, I feel like, in this one. Just try and watch these guys and their homing arrows that they have. Oh, and they knock pretty quickly. Alright. Okay, is there... No, he's not a boss. Right, there's a green. Green is for areas, white is for boss. Now we got all these... This is difficult because we got all of these projectile-based enemies who are just, even with our magic that we have, are in areas that we cannot reach. So we have to be considerate of our environment and the terrain here. Whoa! Even this guy is also coming at me. Testament of things to come. This pressures the player now with kind of like height advantage and terrain advantage. I'm not going to be able to get the head item. Let me just see if I'm good here. Yeah, here we go. Another reason why magic is very powerful. I could just sit here, shoot this guy who is clearly a threat to me, if I were melee. But he's just looking at me. He must, think that he's got this somewhere in his mind. We're gonna call this guy Charles. Charles here. I don't know if he respawns, but if he does, I'll have to do this every single time with Charles. One more for Charles. And he's gone. Oh, I was able to get the little Gladstone there. Cool. That's a pretty successful thing right there, so we're gonna eat our little bit of health there. If I remember correctly, there's like a kind of an under part and an over part. Ooh, the classic Uchi katana. Oops, I think I clipped the mic there. That's okay. Oh, you guys might hear my chair squeaking. Instead of sitting on my couch, I've moved a little bit closer. Whoa, easy, Stingray. Easy, buddy. This area is for me. Oh, I have my Avarice on still. I'm not regenerating mana. Let's regenerate mana. I was wondering why I wasn't going up. I forgot what I had equipped. Should have looked. That's okay, though. Not a problem, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not at all, not at all. Right. But as I was saying before, I really, really appreciate and enjoy this area. It just feels like the most dark fantasy-esque, combining monsters, dudes who've been affected by monsters, and also traps that exist here, as you can tell. I don't know if I'll be able to avoid this. I'm assuming that this is going to be like an arrow. Yeah, okay. Classic. Alright. 3-shot arrow. This also looks fake. Oh, fuck. Here he comes. Maybe I can use the trap against him? Oh. He might get me. Yeah, he did. Man. That is hilarious. These guys, they see you and they just go. They just full go. We're doing about 40 less damage with what we got here. And we're greeting with our avarice. But it's all good. Melee not bad against them for the most part. Yeah, without the magic thing, we can't really one-shot them. Whoa. Is this over? Oh, what? Oh. That guy had somewhere to be. I don't know. I don't know where it is, but he had somewhere to be. Do we take out the avarice for a little bit? Man. I think what we'll do, we'll take the... There's not like a lot of magic-y damage, guys. Uh-oh. Excuse me, buddy. I'm talking to my unseen friends. You're getting in the way of that. Very difficult enemies. But I suppose I should specify. These dudes, they will get annoying. And Charles is gone for good, it looks like, so... R.I.P. Charles. But these guys come back. The skeletons that just roll at you and do damage. Very obnoxious, which I'm pretty sure was the point that they wanted to have, which is just... Oh, interesting. The wall comes back. Usually the illusory walls. Look at him go. Let's see if I can get him. Boom. I need 2. There we go. The rolling skeletons that just damage you, man. Would have loved to see just some badass warrior skeletons instead. It looks like the trap doesn't reset. It's alright. I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut like somewhere that drops a ladder, but I don't think we're anywhere near it. And our health is low. Do we take the grass? Let's take the grass. You know, we'll take some spice as well. This looks illusory. You can see by the by the skeleton man who knew we were gonna come this way. I think he's just rolling. Yeah, that's interesting. Everybody knows that sometimes... Whoa, man, give me a second to discuss things. Would you? Oh, that's it for me. Oh, boy. Well, now I gotta go back and get those. I was gonna say, let me specify. These guys, very annoying. I've touched on it briefly, but would have loved to see just some dudes that you fight that are like strong skeleton guys instead of just this very obnoxious roll pattern. When I say I love this area, I meant like the way the area is with like a cool aesthetic, not necessarily like the guys. But to be fair, if I have a shield, I might be in a better spot, maybe. Let's try that out. Ew, even though I don't have my thing equipped. That's not bad. I may not be able to do that right now. Could be it. Yeah, I'm dead. 9,000 souls, going away. I wonder if I could have the, I think I have an idea. I think it's in my box, maybe. Unless I sold it. We're gonna go... staff?
Hello again. I'm keeping a...
Then we're gonna do another staff on the other side. This might be crazy. But let me cook.
You have a heart.
2 silver staffs, 2 silver catalysts. Now we're gonna lose some damage with our Chris not being equipped. However, despite that, I think a shield might work in our favor. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. Yeah. It's like kind of in a way that this may not be also the best shield to use. Maybe I could get a better one. It has a better defensive property. But it's like the AI doesn't hurt you when you have the shield up. It like stops a little bit, kind of. But it sometimes hits you as well. Oh, look at the Rolly McDo here. When he hits you, you can see he kind of rebounds there. To a degree. I still have to kind of, you know, I might need to get a better shield, but the strategy is sound. It's possible that I could parry him too if I get greedy. But let's try it. We're all in the name of science here. Alright, let's go for it. Let's go for that parry and see what we can get. Uh-oh. Might have been off-timed. I got no help, that's okay. Oh, never mind. Well, the Monumental's looking at me like I'm a failure. We'll call that episode here. And then we'll continue trying to figure out the best way to deal with these roller guy enemies. I think the shield is the best way, but we'll continue in the next one.